Cadets, now as you know, the first chapter I have already completed, including their exercise, especially NCERT exercise. Now this is the time to start the chapter number 2 of science. So chapter 2 of science is known as nutrition in animals. So as you know, nutrition in animals is very important. But you know, animals are heterotrophs. They can't prepare their food. So they are taking food from the plants which they have prepared by the photosynthesis process. So what we can say here, nutrition in animals, that is not a direct process. Nutrition animals, of course they are getting, but they are getting from the plants. So now the first question arises here, what is animal nutrition? So animal nutrition is very comprehensive word. Animal nutrition includes calculation of requirements of nutrients. How much nutrients an animal require? That is the first aspect of animal nutrition. Second one is what is the mode that particular animal is adopting to have food. That is the second point. Third one thing is how the animal utilize that food in their body. So basically animal nutrition includes three things. Number one is the calculation of requirements of nutrients. Second one is the mode of intake of food. And third one is its utilization in the body. Its utilization means nutrients utilization in the body. So animal nutrition is the comprehensive term which includes three things. Number one is the nutrients requirements. Second one is the mode of taking of food. Third one is its utilization in the body. So dear cadets, in this chapter we will discuss following things. Animal nutrition I have already discussed. Now the first portion of this chapter is human digestive system. Human digestive system is made up of following things: mouth and buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Now second aspect of this chapter is feeding. How animals get feeded. Next one is digestion. Digestion especially in the ruminants. Now in human digestive system, this is very big part and very important part of human body. We will discuss this one separately. Right now we have to discuss what is the digestion.
Animals get their food from plants, either directly by eating plants, animals that eat plants or animals. Different organisms have different eating habits, like goat and rabbit feed on grass, shark and tiger feed on other animals and get their nutrition. Let us discuss about food. Food is a nutritious substance that contains many compounds required to nourish the body. Carbohydrates are complex food components. They are broken down into simpler substances. Breaking down of complex components of food into simpler ones is called digestion of food. Source of food for animals. All animals, including human beings, cannot produce their own food in their bodies. They depend on vegetables, spices, cereals, meat, etc. for their food. Hence, human beings and other animals get their food from the plants directly or indirectly. Importance of food. All organisms, including humans, require food for growth of their body and body parts, repairing of the body tissues, maintenance of body temperature, getting energy for function of the body and body parts. nutrition that can be utilized at some other point of time when food is not available. Food provides energy for basic muscular activities and also provides necessary warmth to the body for the maintenance of body temperature. So, by eating healthy and exercising, you can enjoy life.
As you know, cadets, food is very important for our body. Every organism needs to have food. If food is not there, they cannot survive. So the first basic question is, why do organisms need to take the food? So organisms need to take the food because of certain reasons. The number one reason is that all organisms want to grow. With the passage of time, their growth should be there. That is why they require food. Second one is, organism need to take food to get energy, because energy is required to do day-to-day affairs. Not only energy required to do the day-to-day affairs, rather different body parts to perform their activity, they also require energy. So to get energy, they require food. Third important thing is, all organisms need to take the food because they want to repair their damaged body parts. If these cells or tissues are not repaired in time-bound activity, then what is there? Over the period of time, their entire body will be decayed and they will not survive in this nature. So because of these reasons, all organisms need to take the food. So the basic question is, do you think that food contains only one type of components? Food is having different kinds of components like proteins, vitamins, carbohydrate, fats, minerals, water, etc. And these components of food complete our different requirements, because our body wants different kinds of nutrients. That is why the components of foods are these things. Now just see, here different kinds of fruits are there, here dry fruits are there, here meat is there, here some liquid juice are there, here egg or some other things are there, milk is there. So these are the different components of food. So meaning of this one is, we are taking different kinds of food so that our body get different kinds of nutrients.
Any nourishing substance that is consumed to produce energy in order to sustain life is called food. Food contains some important components needed by our body that are called nutrients. The process by which organisms obtain food and use it for their growth, metabolism, and repair is known as nutrition. The nutrients present in food are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and roughage. Carbohydrates are energy-giving food and serve as an instant source of energy. Carbohydrate-rich food are rice, sugar, potato, wheat, etc. Fats are important and energy-rich food. They generate more heat per gram in comparison to carbohydrates. Some of the fat-rich food are butter, cream, vegetable oils, fat of meat, etc. Protein builds, maintains, repairs and replaces the body tissues. Body uses the protein we eat to make lots of specialized protein molecules. These protein molecules play a role in the development of intracellular structures like cell membranes, mitochondria, or endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, and organs such as muscles, skin, etc. Therefore, they are also called body-building food. Many foods contain protein, but the best sources are milk, meat, pulses, eggs, etc. Vitamins and minerals are required in a very small amount in the body. They maintain the functions of the body and therefore their absence results in deficiency diseases. Hence, they are also called protective food. There are different kinds of vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, and vitamin B complex. Sources of all types of vitamins and minerals are fruits, vegetables, egg, milk, etc. About 2/3 of our body weight is water. It acts as a solvent in the body and helps in the formation of digestive juice. Water also helps in the transportation of the digested food and oxygen in the body. Water is the major constituent of blood, and blood plasma constitutes 90% of water. Roughage is the undigested portion of the food. It enables the food to move easily through the intestine and relieve constipation. The fruits, vegetables, and outer seed coats are the sources of roughage. Thus, food required for growth, repair, and wider processes of life, which makes our body and mind healthy.
So dear cadets, you have seen in the video also what is the meaning of digestion. Here I am explaining you further. So digestion is nothing but it is a process of breaking down of complex food components into simpler food components. So just see, here one diagram I have given you. This is the symbolic representation of food. You just see now these small components of food, they are joined by the strong bond. When they are being digested, so they will be broken into simpler components. So basically in digestion, the food components which are present in the complex form, they are get digested or they will be broken into simpler components. Now the different components of food. Food basically have got following components. The first component of food is carbohydrate. It is providing energy to the body. Second one is the protein. It is a body building material. Third one is the vitamins. Vitamins actually they control the mechanism of different body functions. Fat, this is also energy giving food. Minerals, they also control the body functions. So vitamins and minerals they require in trace quantity. Water and roughage, basically they do not add any nutritious value to food, but their presence make the digestion process easier. Roughage, basically they are very much important in our body for the smooth digestion of food. That is why nowadays in food the content of roughage is being increased, or it is advised to take more amount of roughage. So dear cadets, as you know, in the animal nutrition, the mode of taking of food is also included. So here feeding habits in different animals. The mode of taking food into the body varies from organism to organism. The mode of taking food into the body varies from organism to organism. Bees and hummingbirds suck nectar from flowers. So just see, bees and hummingbirds, they depend upon nectar of flowers for their nutrients. Aquatic animals, they obtain their food from the surrounding water. Snakes like python swallow the animals as their food. So these are the different animals, they obtain their food by different modes.
Feeds on animals covered by hard shells of calcium carbonate. After opening the shell, it pops out its stomach through its mouth to eat the soft animal inside the shell. The stomach then goes back into the body and the food is slowly digested.
So starfish feeds on animals covered by the hard cells of calcium carbonate. Just see, in the sea animals, there are certain kinds of animal whose outer covering is made up of calcium carbonate. And dear cadets, as you know, the egg outer covering is also made up of calcium carbonate. Whenever starfish want to eat something, it pops out its stomach through mouth, and now it catch the prey, and again it bring back their alimentary canal back to their stomach. In this way, starfish feed on animals.
It's time to test your knowledge. Answer the following question. Name the nutritious substance that is required for body growth. The options are A. Food, B. Nectar, or C. Water. Let us study about digestion in humans. Alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is the long tube that starts from mouth. Alimentary canal has following parts: buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus.
Now, human digestive system. As you know, human digestive system comprises of two parts: alimentary canal and digestive glands. So alimentary canal and digestive glands together constitute the human digestive system. In alimentary canal, different body parts are included, like buccal cavity or mouth, then esophagus, then stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, and anus. These are the parts of human alimentary canal. This is also known as digestive tract. Digestive glands are comprised of three glands. Number one is the salivary glands, which is found in our mouth, and it secretes saliva, which helps in the digestion. Next one is the liver, and third one is the pancreas. Pancreas is very important digestive glands. So dear cadets, as you know, today I have completed following thing. First one is the meaning of animal nutrition, second one is the digestion, third one is the components of food and their functions, fourth one is the alimentary canal and their different parts, meaning of digestion, and different digestive glands. Now this is the time to write your understanding what you have learned in this chapter. The first question I am giving you, what is digestion? What is animal nutrition? What is digestive system? Name the different parts of alimentary canal. Name different digestive glands. Send your response to my personal WhatsApp number, that is 9743535 029. Thank you.